Hello, my name is Shadow. I'm currently eating a bunch because we woke up really early in the morning. We woke up at 7:40 a.m., which is very unusual for us because we needed to attend an event that was very early. So not only did we not have a breakfast, we also did not get enough sleep. We did have a bit of food during lunch, but I was unable to stomach. The body was resisting and did not enjoy food, so I was unable to eat a very substantial meal. So right now I am just taking what I can from the fridge and eating as much of a balanced leftover meal as I can. I have some vegetables here. I ate one part of a meatball. I also ate a leftover cake. So we have fiber, carbohydrates, and protein. My job originally was to be a caretaker, more specifically to emotionally caretake the people around us. And even more specifically, to take care of the body's like parents and relatives and such. I am there as a support. I may not necessarily be an emotional support, but just like as a presence, to like just take care of elderly people, and that's was my role that I thought I was doing. And then after a certain trauma happened, the consciousness moved away. So most altars just straight up did not have access to the front. This move away was not done by any gatekeeper. It was done by two altars who were trying to get away from the trauma. They locked themselves in a small part of the inner headspace, away from everyone else, and just kept the consciousness there and pushed anyone who tried to get in away. Just like, goodbye. None of them are full gatekeepers. From my memory, that since we have a shared memory, I do know that the gatekeeper is specifically there to keep other altars from entering that space. But that's the only gatekeeper job that they do. I haven't been fronting ever since, and it wasn't particularly needed. My job wasn't needed for a while anyway, because there was school, and we were living alone for school. We weren't around relatives, so I just was not needed. But apparently today I was triggered somehow. I don't know what particularly triggered me. I was just suddenly, I wasn't there, and then suddenly I was in the body and attending this event. At least I didn't have to socialize, so I could just journal on our phone and take notes and express my opinions and try to figure out what was going on. Maybe I am just a general caretaker, because right now, after coming back from the event, we practically immediately just fell asleep because we were lacking in a lot of sleep. It's currently midnight as I am recording this. I am in our kitchen and just, eating. Normally, the body would be very averse to eating and would rather just go the entire night and just starve, or at the very least just take one singular snack, like a small cake. But I'm taking the initiative to eat like a semi-full meal with milk, some vegetables, and some proteins. Because of our irregular sleep schedule, and the fact that I just ate, I'm going to be awake for a few more for probably at least an hour before I attempt to sleep again. Because laying down immediately after you've eaten is very bad for your stomach, as your stomach needs to digest the food that was just eaten, at least for 30 minutes. But I'll give it an hour. As for me, I can just do some work, I guess. Not sure what work I can do, but certainly I can attempt something. I also want to mention, currently in the headspace and where I am, there are 3 other alters. I had a very, very severe shivering episode, I would say, during the event, because I was consistently being just not reminded. I wasn't reminded of the memories. I think just straight up the presence of these alters were making the body shake, and it was very uncontrollable. I would be actively shaking, standing, and my legs were just shaking and I could not control them. Actually, all 3 of them remind the body of the trauma, because they were kind of closely associated to it, and was part of the alters that were originally pushed away by the singular gatekeeper job alter. Obviously, over time, as time has moved on, the little circle where they try to keep all functions, they've relaxed a little, and so the consciousness has been able to come back to the main area, but it's not very stable. It keeps moving from place to place. It's very difficult to tell where it will go next. There hasn't been a clear stability in the system for a while now. So the most I can share, I think, that's just in very general terms of what's been happening. Yeah. All right. Please have a good day or night, and I hope that wherever you are, you can have a better life, because I know it's possible.